Hey, so welcome to my channel. This is a follow-up to my last Master Duel video about Buster Blader. Some people wanted me to show the full deck because I only showed the duels in the previous video. I'll have chapters in the video, so if you want to skip to the card list itself, or if you want to listen to me talk about the strategies, you can skip to that if you want to. But I wanted to start this video off with an intro, basically explaining what my channel is, because I got quite a few subs from the last video, and I wanted to make sure that, for anyone new, I don't give you guys any false expectations going forward. So first off, I wanted to let you guys know that I am not a Yu-Gi tuber. I'm going to be making videos on different games that I'm having fun with. My goal right now is to post at least one edited video or a gameplay video once a week for a whole year. And the reason I'm doing that is to focus on improving my editing skills. And now I'm not saying this is going to be the last video I make on Master Duel. I have another Buster Blader video actually coming out. Should be either sometime tomorrow or the day after. So be on the lookout for that if you like the last one, because it's going to be pretty similar to that. And to be honest, because prior to that, outside of shorts, the most viewed video on my channel was actually an Among Us video. And to be honest, I'd rather be known for a Yu-Gi-Oh video over Among Us video any day. But outside of that, I will be coming back to Master Duel for the second season, and we'll be making a video about that. And with that video, it's probably going to be a similar format. However, just to change things up a little bit, I'm going to go over Dark Magician this time. I'm still going to have Buster Blader in there because he's simply my favorite monster in the game. But, I want just to change things up a little bit by utilizing a new deck. And like I said, it's going to be a similar format where I post a video about, my duels within Master Duel. And after that, I'll take a small break into the third season and basically do the same thing. And like I said, for the second season, I'm thinking of Dark Magician. And then for the third season, I may actually use a Red Eyes Black Dragon deck because I feel like, we're really talking about it. And I think that gets a lot of
oh, chest. I can't breathe. Oh, shit. My chest is going.
Okay, maybe I'll use a Stardust Dragon or a Cyber Dragon deck. I don't know. Anyways, on to this actual Buster Blader deck. This is not the end-all be-all Buster Blader deck. I'm going to tell you that right now. Because, to be honest, I actually made some changes to the deck yesterday. Also, if anybody in the comments have any feedback or suggestions or had any, ideas for a Buster Blader deck, feel free to comment those below because, not just for me, but for anybody who may come across this video and they're trying to build a Buster Blader deck, because mine, it breaks sometimes, but, somehow I've climbed my way up to gold tier 2. I got knocked down 1, so I'm on 3 right now. But I'll say this, the deck can get you to gold, but once you hit gold, you better start making changes that kind of help with the meta of Yu-Gi-Oh! Like right now, it's hand traps, and I'm telling you right now, you're going to run into a boatload of them as you climb up gold. You're going to see the same list of hand traps over and over and over again. So get used to it. You either try to find some and use some yourself or find ways to counter it. I personally haven't found a way to get through them yet, so I've just started adding some like Max C. Anyways, let's actually get into the deck itself. This is it right here, starting with Buster Whelp. To be honest, when I'm drawing my first 5 cards, I'm hoping to either have a Buster Whelp in my hand or the trap card Prologue of the Destruction Swordmaster. The reason being is because I either want to place that trap down, or if I have a Buster Whelp, I can easily use his first ability to pull one of those traps from my deck. Once I place that down and do whatever else I need to do for my first, or if I'm on the second turn, do whatever I need to do there. Once they begin their battle phase, if the trap is still there, I'll either activate it then to defend myself, or if Buster Dragon isn't, strong enough to defend me, I'll wait until the main phase 2, right before they end their turn. Then I'll activate it in order to basically have the option to have Buster Dragon on the field And if I draw something that can help me with taking out their monsters, I can easily just switch Buster Dragon back to attack mode. And during my battle phase, if I'm attacking with him, I'll be able to do more damage because now he's in attack mode. Once I've gotten Buster Dragon on the field, I'm pretty much going one of three routes. I'm either going Dragon Destroyer route, I'm either doing the lockdown route, or I'm going for the boss route. With the Dragon Destroyer route, I'm trying to get out either a Buster Dragon Fusion, and alongside him, I'm trying to get out the Protector Whelp, simply because I want to utilize that ability to where if I can't attack my opponent, Protector Whelp can help me with pretty much doing damage. Or if I have a Buster Dragon on the field, that means all my opponent's monsters are dragons and they have to go into defense mode. So either using the Destruction Swordsman with a Buster Whelp, or using the Destruction Swordsman with Buster Dragon. That's what this route is pretty much about. If I'm not doing that, like I said, I'm trying to do the lockdown route, which is utilizing a Buster Blader, and also equipping the Buster Blader with all three of the effect whelps in my deck. So the one that can lock down the extra deck, the graveyard, and then also the active spells. Just utilizing those Buster Whelps and equipping them to the Buster Blader to lock the opponent down and then just attack from there. And then lastly, the quote-unquote boss route. That's just utilizing the other cards I have in the extra deck. Now, besides Buster Whelp and the Trap, I have two Buster Bladers, the Destruction Swordmaster. I have two of these because when I activate that trap, I'm usually sending two Buster Bladers to the grave. And it's usually those two. The reason being is because this Buster Blader, once he hits the graveyard, his name is now just Buster Blader by itself. And with that being Buster Blader by itself, you can use Buster Dragon's effect to pull him out the graveyard. Max C's in here because everyone has Max C, and there are plenty of people who like to, do 50 moves on turn one. So to help deal with that, just use Max C. That way you can draw while they do whatever they need to do on their side. So, they want to have an army on the field, you'll have an army in your hand. I have two Dragon Buster Destruction Swords, the Sword Whelps. These help with, like I said, locking down the extra deck and special summoning one of my synchro monsters. I think it's that Diabolical Dragon or whatever it is. King of the Swamp. He pretty much helps me with getting polymerizations. And if I need, or if I already have one in my hand, I can fuse with Buster Blader to pull out Dark Paladin. Dark Resonator pretty much help me with, if I'm getting attacked and I have him in defense mode, I can get hit more than once and still not take damage. And then also he can help with summoning Star Eater by synchro summoning him with Buster Dragon. Heretic Dragon, pretty much here as fusion material. He's a good dragon to special summon, but I don't really use him for much at all outside of that. Wizard Buster Destruction Sword pretty much locks down the opponent's grave. I don't usually use him for anything else other than that. Keeper of the Dragon Magic, that, just like King of the Swamp, helps with getting the polymerization out my deck. And also, one of its abilities is if I have a Buster Blader in the grave, say for instance, as long as, I'm able to show that that's fusion material for one of the Buster Blader fusions, I can easily special summon one from the graveyard and place it in defense mode first. Black Bluster Soldier and Void the Beginning. We have some light and dark monsters in the deck, so you can easily special summon him. Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. If we have a dragon on the field that's, let's say, weaker, we can banish that to special summon Red Eyes. When it comes to spells and traps, I've heard from other people that I kind of go a little overboard. So if you want to cut down on some things, I'm pretty sure this is where you'll do most of that. The extra deck. I have 3 Buster Dragons to kind of go with the 3 prologue traps. You don't necessarily need 3 because the trap itself can pull both from the extra deck or from the graveyard. So you can kind of, like I said, you can have 2 and get away with it. I just have 3 because that's pretty much what I wanted with this deck. And wanted to make sure, just in case I banished maybe 1 or 2, that I still had 1 available. 2 Buster Blader, the Dragon Destroyer Swordsman. Dark Paladin. Dragon Knight Draco. This is an alternative to Buster Blader, the Dragon Destroyer Swordsman. By utilizing Buster Dragon and a warrior monster, you can summon him. Starving Venom Fusion. There's plenty of dark monsters in this deck. Diabolic Dragon. He's the reason I have 2 Dragon Buster Destruction Sword cards in my deck, because you can use him and synchro summon with Buster Blader. Hot Red Dragon Archfiend. Star Eater. Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon. Number 107. And then Protect the Whelp. Like I said before, pretty much if Buster Blader can attack, he'll help you with attacking. Now this right here is the side deck, or what I would call the side deck if you had an option to have one. What you'll see here is cards that I previously had in the deck. And then also there are some that I've seen, you know, pretty much around in different decks, and these may be able to kind of sync better with the deck. I'm not so sure. But like I said, feel free to try them out and, you know, customize it. If you want to use this, customize it to whatever you want. And then, of course, if anybody has any suggestions, again, feel free to leave them in the comments. And that's pretty much it for the video. Just wanted to showcase this deck, and if anybody has any questions or feedback, again, feel free to leave them in the comments and I'll try to get back to them as soon as I can. And with that being said, good luck using it.